Also, still on the show, I know those callers are like, bro, we've been waiting. I got you. I really do. Let's wrap up this conversation, gents, in this direction. Now, a question that I have to ask, considering we're talking about displacement in different forms, we're talking about the power and also, I guess, the failure of access in literacy. Has slavery really stopped in Africa?
Slavery hasn't stopped in Africa. And one way of looking at it is to look at human trafficking that is taking place. The trafficking of women, the trafficking of men across borders for exploitation purposes. Insofar as we talk about slavery, and insofar as we talk about human trafficking, we definitely say that slavery did not end with the abolition of slavery in the 18th century. It's still going on in its very many manifestations. Men and women are exploited for sexual purposes, for labor. Children are exploited, and as long as this is going on, slavery hasn't ended because they are exploited for money. Greed basically drives it, and so far as you have people who are being exploited in this manner, slavery is rife in our times.
Yes, and I think what is important to mention as well is it's not an African problem. I think we always have the stigma about Africa, and that has so many different problems. But it is a worldwide problem. It happens throughout the world, in Europe, in Asia, in the Americas. It's definitely a problem throughout the world. Modern day slavery, if you want to call it that.
And typically, most of the victims that are trafficked are people who are trying to escape poverty, improve their lives, and support their families. But they are lured into apparently so-called well-paid jobs. And sometimes they have to borrow money in order to pay the traffickers. And in the process, they literally bond themselves to these people. Unless they pay off the money that they have borrowed, they remain enslaved in a very, very long time. And it is important that we are aware of these issues. We are aware that members of our families are not lured, deceived into so-called well-paying jobs when actually they are selling themselves off into slavery.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a big issue, and I think that's something we need to keep in mind. And I'll probably just tie it in right there to say, here's a question for you that is at home. Do you really believe that slavery has been, depleted, or do you believe it's been demolished, or has it evaporated? Because the biggest point is, how do you see slavery as? I think that's probably the key thing that we now need to move into, because now that really kind of gives us a reflector of African insights and our heritage and probably the future of Africa. Because the moment we fail to understand that part is the moment we'll fail to move on.
Yeah, and just something I want to add about that, since we are talking about diaspora and about slavery, we also, we have to look at the history of slavery and how it has impacted culture and identity throughout the world, throughout the African diaspora. I think that is something, we have to consider. How has it impacted our politics, our relationships with each other, and that ties into sort of, Pan-Africanism. How do we relate to each other? How do Africans, relate to each other or interact with each other throughout the diaspora?
And one way of answering this question, or rather being cognizant of these issues, is to ask yourself, what is your contribution? What do you understand by current slavery? And I want to tell you that you might be in a safe space, but you still have a responsibility towards stemming the scourge of, for instance, human trafficking. And one way of doing it is self-education. You try and understand what's going on, reading newspapers, listening to news, and reading books. But importantly, also around you, if there are young men and women who might be lured into going to places where they're being lied to about jobs and so on, you can talk about it and say, but you need to be careful, because you don't know where you're going to end. The people who are coming to you and say, let's go, do you know them? And what is it they are promising you? Once we begin to be aware of these things, I think we take charge of ourselves,
Yeah.
and we don't allow ourselves
You
to
don't
be
have to
deceived.
take a class
Yes.
on these
Yeah.
things. You can educate yourself.
Yes.
Gentlemen, wrapping it up, final comments. I think in my understanding is that there's so much that we need to learn about our environment, so much we need to learn about where we come from, but also I think we need to find a point of inspiration to get the content back into the hands of the people, either electronically or physically. But either way, we need to spark that excitement once again. I do appreciate the both of you, Patrick and also Chris, for coming in. Absolutely amazing. I believe you guys are back again next week Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
awesome
much.
stuff. You guys have been amazing. And let's keep the conversation going and asking a question like, do you really believe that slavery has ended? Talking about everything about African insights. It is UJFM Drive, exactly 43 after 2 p.m. Getting back into the music, not forgetting that happiness starts within. Don't allow people to question you on being an outcast.
Money. This is hope money. I hope you get out there.